One of the things that we've done in the past year, which has been a great encouragement to us, has been a thing called Scatter Church. And basically what that means is that we've got into a rhythm of gathering every 3 weeks, and then once a month we scatter into homes, into cafes, into parks, and also every now and then we run a broader community event. And the idea is that we want more people to be involved in actually contributing their gifts on that Sunday. We also want to reach people that wouldn't normally come to a traditional service, but also build deeper relationships in our church family, a deeper sense of connectedness with each other, so we become known, but also that we know each other in fresh ways. And this has been such a great thing for our church, something that was really probably forced upon us because we can't use our building once a month, but something that's been a great gift to our church and something we look forward to doing in the future.
We don't really know how God is breaking ground in our community, but we know He is. We're greatly encouraged by the seemingly random way that the Father is drawing people to Jesus. We've had people just unconnected with us come through the door on a Sunday morning seeking to know God and to know His people. It's encouraged our people to roll up their sleeves and get busy with discipling.
I've been really moved by the amount of people of different cultures and languages that have been coming through our doors this year, both to share in our community times, but also in our Sunday worship gatherings. It's amazing to meet people from all over the world, a little taste of heaven with every tongue and tribe and nation coming into God's welcome into His space. Now, not all of them share our faith. In fact, one Muslim lady who comes to our food hut has been so touched by the welcome and hospitality she has received that she has cooked for our volunteers an enormous amount of food on 3 occasions to express her thanks to us. Now that's worthy of giving thanks for.
Connect Church in recent years has developed a community narrative approach to vision. It's built around 5 trees in a garden centred around the tree of life. And we recognise that anything limitations are not because God's not doing something, but maybe we're not perceiving, so we've focused pretty much on hearing from God what it is that He's already doing. And in that space, our council and others have come to us, asking us to get involved in things supporting our broader community. We're learning God's already at work, using people maybe we wouldn't expect, and that our role is to stop, look and listen to what it is that God's doing, to follow His lead, to see His pathway in the wilderness and rivers in the wasteland, and knowing that there's fruitfulness ahead.
God is still in the business of making possible things from the impossible. Many have predicted the demise of the Australian church. The statistics seem to bear that out. But we are seeing signs of great growth of the kingdom in our communities. I love in our post-disaster city, Lismore, that we are seeing amazing things as our chaplains connect with those in our community.
God has been laying on the hearts of the people of Engage in more recent times a burden to address one social issue, and that is the issue of loneliness. And so we now as a church are going to be developing up a single focus and outreach strategy around addressing loneliness in our local area across all age groups, all life stages, all different situations. And one of the ways it's happening at the moment is with the mainly music program. And so we now have a different intent, a different impetus to see about engaging with people with an understanding about trying to address any loneliness that may be existing there. Because what we recognise is that a number of those participants come from culturally diverse groups and with not a lot of family around, not a lot of contacts, and so there's a level of loneliness there. And so that's one of the ways we're going about breaking new ground in our ministry to our local area.
I'm standing in a pod village in northern New South Wales. These pod villages were set up after the 2022 flood. There's about 12 or more of these villages. This particular one has about 90 pods. And unfortunately, these pod villages have to close. This pod village will be turned back into a cricket field in the not too distant future. So these people are anxious and are concerned of where they're going to live in the middle of a housing crisis. So I'm here to help them through this stage of their life, and there's a lot of anxiety and a lot of fear and a lot of anger. So this is a wonderful opportunity for me to be with these people in this time of distress. show you a little bit of the Pod Village.